Featherweight bout between Daniel Pineda and Tucker Lutz. Tucker Lutz sitting at minus 252. Pineda plus 252. Over under set at 2.5 rounds. Plus 165 for the over and minus 165 for the under. 1-1, 3 no contests for Daniel Pineda. So some interesting stuff going on there. Last time out, he lost or didn't lose, but had the no contest against Andre Feely. That was in 2021. And then a loss to Cub Swanson, and then a win over Herbert Burns. That was his second stint in the UFC. Overall in the UFC is 4-5-1. So his only win in his second stint is against Herbert Burns, who we already talked about earlier. Touched on a little bit. He's 1-4 in Bellator. He's a veteran, 37 years old, also born in Texas, Dallas, Texas as well. So very common theme on this card. I think they really loaded it up with the Texan-born fighters. Tucker Lutz, though, hasn't fought since 2021 as well at the end against Pat Sabatini. Not anything to hang your head about, losing to Pat Sabatini, very dominant wrestler there, and that's kind of what Tucker Lutz does. He won his debut back in May of 2021 against Kevin Aguilar by decision. So he's 1-1. I can't really put too much stock in him at, minus 240 coming off of over a year layoff. I got to be honest, but against Pineda, who's an older guy, probably on his way out, it makes sense. But at the same time, this is a greasy fight. Like I would just beware of it. What about you?
Yeah, no, I honestly think this has upset written all over it. Or it's one of those fights that could produce an upset.
Yeah.
When you look at the fight for Pineda against Cub Swanson, like Cub was teeing off on him towards the end before it was stopped. But I mean, Pineda had Cub, limping pretty bad, and he had that leg beat up extremely bad. And if he can do that to Tucker Lutz, I think Tucker could be in a little bit of trouble. I know Tucker likes to grapple. He likes to wrestle, but I mean, you take away that lead leg and the game changes significantly. And even though Pineda lost the Cub and got knocked out in that second round, dude, there was so many times before that where he should have been knocked out, or most guys would have been knocked out. So he is pretty tough. He's got a lot of experience on his record. And Tucker is a 2-time alumni of the Contender Series. So it wasn't that long ago. So they didn't see something they really, really liked to get him into the UFC. They gave him another fight. He got another decision win, and they let him in against Kevin Aguilar. And he gets another decision win there and then loses to Pat Sabatini. So you go in there against a guy like Pineda who can chew up that front leg. He can grapple a little bit too, man. He averages 1.42 takedowns per fight. And, yeah, man. Or no, sorry. Yeah, I think I was right on that. No, sorry. I was looking at the wrong line. He averages. Am I looking at? Yeah, right. 1.42 takedowns per fight too.
Yep.
So I mean, he can grapple as well, and he'll actually fish for more submissions than Tucker will. So, I don't think this line should be that far apart, if I'm being honest. And every time I see a line like that, I'm pretty tempted to throw something on the underdog, especially what we've been seeing lately, man. A lot of these younger guys coming in against vets, and the vets just use that experience. They got more cage time at this level in the UFC. So yeah, Daniel Pineda, I'm going to take him for my pick to get the upset here against Tucker Lutz.
The trifecta for Daniel Pineda. He's been in the UFC, Bellator, and PFL. So
yep,
a lot of experience under the record. I'm going to go with Tucker Lutz for the pick, but I'll definitely keep an eye on that dog because, yeah, it's a weird one considering all the unknowns.